Commons. I'm Debbie, and this is an update on my ALS journey. It has been over a year since my last update. I attribute the delay to a bunch of depression and a lack of desire to put myself in the spotlight. But I have been so blessed, and I find myself wanting to share some of the realizations. So I'm back. Recently, the area that I live in upstate New York had a pretty severe power outage the night before Christmas Eve. And during this power outage, I really had an eye-opening experience discovering the struggles of being a quadriplegic bedbound person without power. My bed operates on power, my assistive breathing equipment, and my wheelchair. Luckily, the wheelchair had a battery life. Oh, and my Hoyer lift, which is how I transfer from bed to wheelchair and to the bathroom. During this ordeal, I learned that in a wheelchair, you only have so many options. Of all my friends and family, only one or two people have wheelchair accessible houses or homes. And when we needed to go somewhere warm, I had to choose between going to my mom's apartment in the downtown area or an emergency room. During this, I went and stayed with my mother, who graciously took care of me the best she could while I was stranded in my wheelchair overnight. I am so blessed to have an incredible resource of healthcare workers and equipment and friends. While I was staying at my mother's, a bunch of friends from my church got together and made a place for us in a friend's home who had wheelchair access. And we were able to, as a family, stay there on Christmas weekend and be together. It is this blessing, an entire ordeal that has really given me so much joy to enter into 2023 with. It's given me a fresh perspective to come out of my dark depression and to step back into the light and share all the happy goodness I am so blessed to have. I recently secured a full staff of support. I have coverage from personal care aides from morning to noon, evening to overnight. I have round-the-clock care, and I am full of joy knowing that I have so many people in my life who want to help, who've come forward to help when I finally spoke up and shared what I needed. The update on my physical ability. I clearly still have the ability to whip and snap my head, but that's about it. My functional use of hands, arms, legs, feet is zilch. I am, technically speaking, a bedbound quadriplegic. I still have my wits. I can still feel everything, but I have no functional control of my limbs. I can no longer drive my own power wheelchair. But luckily for me, the walls are sturdy and my help have all had their go at learning how to drive the chair from a attending control that was attached to the back of my wheelchair. I have a cough assist machine. I'm going to demonstrate.
Push power and then standby, or therapy. And it says standby.
So that was me utilizing a cough assist machine. It forces the air into my lungs and then it suctions the air out as I'm trying to cough. It really imitates the movement of a cough and it helps me to productively express phlegm that can block the airway and cause me to choke. This has become a key part of my daily routine to repeat these cough exercises so I can continue to breathe clear. My bed has a hospital bed frame which allows the head and the feet to recline, reposition with a power control, and it raises up and comes down, which is better for the people providing care. Hospital beds are key for people like me who are bedbound. My mattress is an alternating airflow mattress system, and that means that it's an air mattress that has the air constantly fluctuating from side to side, top to bottom, and that prevents bed sores and pressure points. Another thing that I wish everyone in the bedbound community had access to. I'm very blessed that my local ALS Association Loan Closet possessed one of these mattresses and was able to donate it to me. The insurance does not cover or provide this option, so I have depended on local loan closets and the ALS Association to help me receive the needed equipment to support me. I have a G tube and my swallowing has declined, I guess you would say. It's gotten a lot more difficult for me to swallow bigger by my medications. So we now grind all of my pills and I take them through the G tube. That's helped to cut down on some of the things that trigger choking for me. I've had to, well, I'm supposed to use a thickening agent, but I'm resistant to it. So I stick with small, short sips, hot beverages that relax the mouth muscles a little more, and just being overall cautious about the sizes of the bites and how I eat. As you can hear, my speech is still understandable, but slightly altered because of the difficulty I have with the tongue movement. It's kind of funny. I feels like my tongue got bigger and I bite it all the time. So I have these constant little callus sores on the sides of my tongue, and depending on how I feel for the day, if I'm more tired or in more pain, it affects my ability to speak. And I've had to relearn the anatomy of the mouth and throat and vocals to understand why it is that when I'm short of breath, I can't make sound. I cannot say thank you enough. And I say thank you all day, every day, but it's not enough. It never will amount to the gratitude I truly feel. It's really kind of fascinating how a sad situation can bring so much joy. I feel blessed and grateful and happy when people who from my church want to show a helping hand, or my friends come by to fill in for when one of my care team can't be here. And something beautiful happens when somebody who is helping me is happy that they can be helpful. I'm happy that they're helping, and then there's just this big circle of love, and it's truly the most humbling thing I've experienced in this life. I continue to be overwhelmed by happy feelings, good feelings, sad feelings, devastated thoughts. But every time I fall into a dark place, there is always somebody here to show me the light and remind me it isn't all that bad. Not for me, at least. And I share that. I want everyone to know how important it is to show a bit of light when you walk into something dark. In closing, I want to tell everyone my recent motto, which is don't stop thinking about tomorrow. It'll be here. Don't forget, like to show your support, share to inform others, and subscribe so you can continue to get updates on my ALS journey. Bye, y'all.